Hello, we're doing stream. Um, First, I want to just kind of run through stuff that I've changed because I don't remember what I've shown since the last stream. So I guess I'll just kind of run through recent stuff. Nothing huge. I think the last thing you saw was the hunger dive, right? We got the hunger dive working, and then that was that. Um,
Yeah.
since then, I did some optimizing
Sorry.
for the. Sorry, what?
No, I just coughed into the mic.
Oh, okay. We did a little bit of optimizing, or I guess I did. I did a little bit of optimizing for the
Yeah.
the
I
teleport
have not done
system.
much.
It's all good. So basically, we have the like parallel world mechanic, where you switch between two versions of the same map,
Yeah.
like that. And I did some changes on it so that it does. It basically will. So you can see like how in this world there's a big thing there, but here there isn't. So if I stood here and then shifted into that world, I would be clipping inside of that thing.
Uh-huh.
I did a bunch of bullshit to fix that, so now I go pop and I pop up on top of it. And that stays true all over the place. So if I go like right here is where that dumpster was, it pushes me out of the way of the dumpster just to prevent you from like teleporting inside of stuff.
hmm
It was a pretty thorough process getting that working, but it's not too bad. I've also noticed it's kind of chugging a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
It's like when I look in that direction. Actually, I'm gonna try
Huh.
to build it. I'm gonna see if that happens when I build it. I don't know where that just came from. Um, but yeah, while that's going, I also did a little bit of. I made like a goop texture. I made a bunch of textures. I don't know which ones I've shown, but I made this like. I guess I can't show it while it's building, but I made this kind of like '90s arcade carpet texture with like the swirly stuff. I guess
Yeah.
I could just go to the directory directly and show it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that. It started as a wood texture I made, and then I just wanted to like holify it. All right. Oh, it still does kind of do it. Not nearly as bad, but
Is the other level over there?
yeah,
Like in that direction?
yeah. Well, it's in that direction for this, then it's in that direction.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we do need to do some optimization so that like that this level is just not loaded until you warp to it. Ideally, I guess, or at least like the materials and everything aren't. Um, I don't know though. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's a lot better once I build it, but it's still there. That is definitely something to look into because I don't have any LODs or anything like that. Like, because there's that whole
Right.
system where like if you can't see something, it doesn't render it. That's just completely not a thing for me. But yeah, I could show that texture in use right there.
Oh, nice.
I also set it up so that I flipped the climbing logic so that everything isn't climbable, and then I say specific things are climbable. So
hmm
like this is a climbable thing. That's kind of like signposted. Whoa, that should not be climbable. That was weird. I'm kind of able to climb that table. I wonder why that is. I guess I wasn't climbing it. I was just clipping it or something. But whatever. But yeah, you could see the carpet kind of thing, and then you get a little bit of the goop. It's got that shiny ruffiness to it.
Yeah.
And the stalactites, I guess those are. I don't know if those have been shown on stream yet. But yeah, that's about all I have to show right now. But what we're planning on doing today is trying to make like a functional conveyor belt. So we're gonna do the mechanic first, and then later we'll build something to like represent it. But I think as of right now, we'll just like block something out in like Pro Builder to kind of represent it. Um, but yeah, so we could just move to the little sketching phase to like sketch out ideas. Oh, also, I don't know if you want to open your stream up.
Oh, right.
Um, so I'll just run through what my idea I had on this was. Um, the first thing I thought of was, hold on, pop
I
out.
don't have anything to show really
Okay.
at first, at least.
Oh, you sit on that for a bit.
I'll put a picture up.
Okay. Um, but yeah, my first idea was I thought of that the Dead by Daylight bookshelf, and I feel like that could work, right?
Oh yeah.
If you have like a platform, and it's like, all right, move this way, and then you have another one, move this way, and then like once it reaches this point, then you like, I guess I don't know if you would move it or I guess just like despawn it and then spawn a new one or something. But yeah, my original idea was just have two platforms and just kind of move it, like disable it, move it over here, and then pan it, and then do the
Hmm.
same thing. Just keep repeating that like the bookshelf. But the problem I thought of with this is that it doesn't really scale up very well. Like if I want to make more, like if I want to make like a really long one, I would have to
Yeah.
have like 15 different assets for like different lengths.
Hmm.
So then I thought if we made it like this is like a killing thing and this is like a spawning thing, and then it just spawns a thing that all it does is move this way until it hits this, you know, and it keeps doing that. It keeps spawning these. It gets despawned here and then respawned here over and over and over, and there's no crack between them. They're like right on each other, and it'll like pull you along. That would kind of represent a conveyor belt. But then you have the problem of what is that?
There's a picture
Oh,
or
okay.
drawing, I guess. Not a photo.
Uh, that
I
derailed
think
me.
if it was a thing like I always think it's best to try and think of it as generic as possible and also think of like other applications for the same thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if we the same logic. And I think if it was something like this could also be something that moved you vertically or in any direction, you know?
Well, I guess if you angled this thing like upwards, then it would just shoot these things upwards, right? Because they're all going to be kinematic. So then they would just go along that
Oh,
path.
what I'm imagining is just a box and then the script is like it gets the
So just like one big box that represents like the whole conveyor belt,
yeah. Um,
and then like a volume over it or something.
well, I don't know. I don't know if I was thinking maybe a trigger volume, but I don't know if I think you could do it simpler than that. Um,
Well, because the problem with my approach is like there's going to be like a 20-30 second period when it first spawns where it's all going to be blank. You know what I mean? It only spawns one of these things, and you have to wait for it to go all the way and like fill up this gap. I guess unless I have a bunch of them spawned already and line them up.
or you move it quickly at the beginning.
Because I'm thinking with this approach, we could have one that's just like it's just a killer, and then we could have another one that's like that, so it kills here and then spawns another one here, so we could create like a corner joint.
Hmm.
But that would also mean that this is just a block that you have to like jump on. It wouldn't actually like move you along it like this.
So your version is a bunch of little moving platforms, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their scale isn't. They don't necessarily have to be this small. I imagine the smaller the better for like ensuring you don't fall through a gap. Like when this one disappears all of a sudden, you
Hmm.
don't like fall through right here. Which I guess we could just have like a collider underneath all of this, so that that's never a thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's still just it's early. The idea is still early.
I think if you had just a box, or if you just had a collision, something with, yeah, I guess you would just use maybe a trigger volume, but I don't know if it
Kind of
would.
like a shallow one.
I'm trying to think of a way you could do it where it would apply to other objects as well.
Yeah, that's
But I
why I was
guess,
thinking for this one. And then just like if you're in this, just apply a force in a direction or something.
well, just like yeah, I guess you would have to get its rigid body and do
Well, I
that.
guess it wouldn't. We wouldn't want it to be an applied force. Actually, we'd want it to be moving them. We'd want it to like change their position.
Yeah,
Because
overwrite the.
if you apply a force, then it like light things would just go flying, and heavy things would get like left behind. It'd be more like a fan than like a conveyor belt. But I wonder if we could say that just like once you're in here, just say like your position +1 or whatever. Obviously more than that, but and then it would just be like, okay, while you're in here, just push you.
Yeah, as long as we'd have to have it be relative to the direction of the relative to the like the direction of the conveyor belt, right?
Yeah, I guess we'd have to decide what direction it's going in. I guess we could
Yeah,
just
that
make that a boolean too, right? We could just say like, is it going forward or back, and then we would just switch this to a plus to a minus.
yeah.
And then we could just build later. We could build something that would represent, like an actual conveyor belt and make it look all fancy. But as of right now, it's just going to be like a box. So
Yeah.
this is the easiest to implement, I would say. So we should probably do this first, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm not 100% confident on the math
Oh, this is
yet.
awful math. It would really be like, like
Right, like well like the
position
math is
dot
something we
y.
still have to figure out. But that other than that, I think the idea doesn't.
It's not too outside of the box. Yeah, I think we could follow that.
I think the difference maybe is if it's a trigger or if it's a volume or if it's like based on collision or if it's like, you know, I think the original the cat-like way with the moving platforms was based on collision, and then on collision you check for a layer.
I
But
guess that is kind of what we're doing here. We could just say
yeah,
like
this is a simplified version of that.
if you collide with this trigger, then check like, does this thing have a rigid body? And then if so, move it. I guess, right? Or I guess, not, does it have a rigid body, and is it not kinematic? Because if it's, oh, actually, is the player kinematic? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Okay, he's not. Okay. So yeah, we could just say if it has a rigid body and it's not kinematic, then move it. Because otherwise, like, pieces of the map would get sent off too.
Yeah. If we did it based on layers, I guess we could specify it better on like what gets moved and what doesn't.
Yeah, I think I'm down with it just being anything that moves would get moved by the
Yeah.
belt. I feel like that's probably the safest way to do it, and then we could narrow from there. Because I feel like the better thing would probably be to say like, we create a layer that's like, this is not conveyor beltable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than it being like you have to mark specific things as conveyor beltable. So yeah, fuck it. Let's go for it. Yeah, let's. Um, where should I put it? Because I can just put it right here.
Yeah. I'm thinking now there was a conveyor belt in Dark RP.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
they
and it
had a smart way
actually
to do it. I feel like you have to. I feel like everything in Gmod like that has to be like somewhat clever to make the optimization work.
I feel like Gmod is always the like clever dumb way, where it's like the dumb way that you didn't expect to work is like the best way,
That is true.
and it's always stuff you never thought of. Yeah, I guess what we're making a treadmill as well.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah, they're kind of interchangeable, huh? I never really thought about that. That's like the same object.
Yeah.
So I'll create a volume. Or I guess actually no, I'll I'll create another box collider here. I'll just make that a trigger. That'll save me a little bit of time. And then I'll just increase it in the Y. So that way if you're just here, maybe a little less than that. If you're overlapping with that trigger, then you'll get pushed. Because I want to prevent, like, you're still getting pushed even after you jump, you know?
Yeah.
So let me just make sure the collider on that actually works. I didn't fuck something up. Oh, I missed some texturing. Alright, cool. But yeah, I'm definitely starting to notice a little bit of that chug. Like, I think having all this shit is starting to... I guess, honestly, I could delete a lot of this shit. I have a bunch of shit just sitting around. It's probably not helping with performance.
It might be beneficial maybe to, like, if we ever feel like we need to learn it. Catlike's object management tutorial is really good.
Yeah,
for this kind of stuff.
I assigned one of my teammate members to run through that. I don't know if he'll actually do it, but he was talking about learning the save game system.
Oh yeah,
And
that's the
like,
first one.
Perfect. I was like, just go through this tutorial. You'll learn, like, if you're able to get through this tutorial fully, you'll kill that section. Like, that'll be nothing to you. Because I know
That one though
goes hard on shit like that.
That is the only save system though that I've ever known, and it is very hands-on. So I don't know.
If there's like a
I
better
don't.
way or an easier
Yeah,
way
I
to
don't know
run
if
it.
Unity has something, but it might be just that hands-on. If it is, then you have to know like a lot about the game, I think, to properly, or I guess it would just be trial and error. But
Yeah,
you
we'll figure it
basically,
out. We have a bunch of time still.
yeah.
Okay. Well, are you gonna like try to follow
Yeah,
along
I'm
with it,
trying to
or
think what I should do on my side.
do you think? Do you think it's better to try? I guess, is it better for us to like both work on one at the same time, or do you think like you work on this one, I work on this one, kind of deal, or is this one a waste of time if this one already works? You know what I mean?
I think I mean I think if the one on the left, if it probably has more uh problems to solve
Yeah.
initially, but I don't know if it's I don't think it's invalid completely. Especially if it's like I think of like a human fall flat. Their conveyor belt system I feel like is just like this. The one on the left. Or it's just a series of colliders. Or
Either way,
that
I
you
think
can
this will take like 5 minutes. I think this will be very fast.
the one on the right.
Yeah, I think the one on the right we could knock out really
Yeah.
quickly. So
At
maybe
least
it's
to
better to
test.
just knock it out real quick, and then we could decide if we want to split up or whatever.
Hmm.
So I'll just create a script, conveyor.
Maybe I can model a little conveyor belt.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That'll get used no matter what. I could do a little mount thing.
If you could try to find a way to make it like so that we could like stretch it and it'll
Yeah, I was thinking of those just like those long cylinder things that would be at the end of a conveyor belt and then little mounting things on the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then we kind of like piece it together.
Yeah.
Lego set.
It would be, I mean, the real show-offy thing to do would be making like a modular one where you can just put like end piece, start piece, and it just like stretches automatically. I've
That'd be
seen
nice.
I've seen a lot of stuff like that.
Like road generation.
Yeah, or like what's it called? Power lines. I think that's really what I'm thinking of. There was a very cool like procedural power line thing I saw.
Uh,
I got Dying Light was on
oh,
sale.
I want to play that.
Really, really good.
I want to play that co-op with you. I love that game.
It's great.
It's so
I
slept on.
was I was going through, yeah, truly. Um, I
People,
was
it
going
definitely
through,
has a following, but yeah,
yeah, it's like not
it doesn't have this buzz that like a lot of other games do. I feel like it deserves more buzz.
yeah, I think because it's like big budget technically. It's made by Warner Brothers. So you assume they like if they wanted to advertise for it, they would. Like they don't maybe need like Face Punch isn't gonna advertise. I guess they do advertise for the console version of Rust. But you figure like something made by Warner Brothers would have enough money already. But it just once again, I just every time I play a new game, I just like just try and glean mechanics off of it the whole time. And I noticed the thing that I've learned so far is that the what am I doing? The what's it called? The movement system. The movement system is like so inspired by like zombie like it fits so perfectly, I feel like every all the mechanics that are built in are like built into this thing of like you're like desperate the whole time.
Yeah, like jumping on top of the heads of zombies and like shoving through them and like scrambling
Yeah.
around. It feels so good.
And just like you have like combat stamina, and then once you get to a certain point, you can still hit them, but it's like slower and much weaker. So you have to like wait. Like I feel like that's such a like in zombie games, you have to be able to take out one. Like if it was you and a zombie in an alley, like you should be able to just take it one on one, you know? But then in a group, it's like much harder. I feel like that's the whole point of a zombie game. Is like the horde is what's hard to deal with.
Yeah, and night is fun too.
Yeah. And
That's
but
like the
the
pinnacle of the scrambling.
yeah, the parkour is great and it gave me a great idea and also just reminded me of something so important in parkour games, which is like it's the ledge grab, which is not in my idea for pool time at all because I've never considered ledges.
Yeah, that's one thing when we were doing the climbing system with a third person controller, cat like that. I hit that
Oh
hurdle
yeah.
of ledges and was just like, oh fuck! I like, I was
Yeah.
too. I cowered away from that, and I still haven't come back to it because it doesn't. It's not as important with this controller. It doesn't feel as weird, you know. Obviously,
Hmm.
it would benefit from it totally, but like as of right now, it's not really as much of a problem. But yeah, that's definitely something. Trails to add. Is that how I do it? Pushing
But
objects to add.
I had the idea of a ledge move you could do with the air pressure hands mechanic where you would uh like ledge grab and then if you hit the air pressure you would do like a front flip forward so like you like handstand up so that you can see behind you for a second, if that makes sense. Imagine you're holding onto a ledge, you pull yourself up and you fly into the air and do a front flip,
Oh yeah.
basically that, but it would give you like a glance back at yourself because like the whole point is that the guy is like super close the whole time.
So you'd see behind you for a second.
Yeah, it would give you like a speed boost on the ledge, and then also part of the mechanic I was thinking of is just like every time you use it, it would speed him up too.
Jesus.
But it would give you like a permanent, maybe like a partial speed boost or something. I really like the way Dying Light does it, where if you're sprinting out in the open, you just run out of steam eventually. But if you keep hitting the ledges, you never actually run out of breath. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, I was having a whole lot of fun today with that game. I like it much more than like Left 4 Dead or what was the one we played? DayZ.
Did we play DayZ?
Yeah,
Oh,
we played it for
H1.
a little bit. H1, that's what it was. H1. Yeah, I don't have DayZ. I like it much more because it's like not so run and gun.
Yeah, it's more just run.
Well, it feels like it's like Far Cry 4, which is one of my favorite games ever. It feels a lot like that.
Okay, I
I
just
guess 'cause
switched from
it's
using
like
an
a
array to a list instead. Because in array you have to define
right.
the what's it called? The amount. So yeah, I have right now I have it creating a list of every object that's colliding with it, and I guess I should have it removed from that list every time that it leaves the collider as well. Because then I could just add force to everything on the list, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Because at first I didn't actually think it was going to be that hard. I guess it's not that hard, but I was really. It's like a little bit above easy, and I was expecting it to be like very
Yeah,
easy.
I thought it would be a little harder than you. I didn't think it would be 5 minutes.
Are we at 5 minutes?
Well, no, but you were like, this will take like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Either way, I mean, I'm almost done. I think. Well, I guess assuming this works first try though.
I've just been talking about Dying Light.
Oh, I love Dying Light. I never actually beat it. I want to do like how far into your playthrough are you?
I think it was like 6% or something. I was shocked at how little I had done.
Yeah, next time you're playing, I definitely would be down to hop in and co-op that. That's a fun time to. That's a fun co-op experience.
Yeah,
I
I
should have
haven't
just copy and pasted this. God damn it! I just rewrote the whole thing.
oh. I was able to add people like I'm able to go online now, but I still wasn't. I like the solo. At least for now. I would like to play co-op, but I was surprised that I saw a review that was like this requires co-op.
No, what the hell?
I'm like, no, I don't think so. But I remember there was a part where you're at a gas station and a guy is up on the roof and he has a gun, and it's the first time someone shoots at you with a gun.
Oh, I remember that too, actually.
Yeah, it's like because you have to run. I feel like it was the first time I really just died, and I was like, oh God, I gotta actually
Get away from
like,
this fucker.
like I have to actually figure out how to get him. Like I did, I got his gun, which was cool, but I don't remember where I was going with it. Either way, oh yeah, that I thought that might be where the guy was like, you need two people for this. You need one person to distract him, because that's what I thought at first. The guy only had 1 hour of playtime.
He's just
That's why I thought
a
that.
lonely man.
I don't know how you do a what's it called? Like a review. I don't know how you do a review after an hour.
Yeah, it's like that Jay-Z clip. Like how you review an album in a day. You can't listen to an album in a day.
Never heard that.
Let me see if I can find it. I remember Donkey showed it in a
I was
clip.
about to say it sounded more like a donkey quote.
Oh, no, but it was actually Jay Z saying it. It wasn't
Yeah,
like I saw him say
I
it.
believe that.
Oh fuck. This is a 5 minute video. I don't know if I don't know when he says it, but this is definitely where I saw it. I
What
remember.
Oh, I see.
He's like on a podcast. I thought it would be clipped.
have
Is
the
this?
music.
Yeah,
So
I
you
don't know
reading
what it is.
reviews for a month. Right now, the music comes out.
Oh,
like
it's right
this.
here.
People are writing a review in a day. First of all, you can't listen to an album and rate it
Oh,
in
I
a day.
can't
It's just
hear it.
impossible.
Oh, Magna
It's-
Carta
first of all-
Classic. 10 minutes
Yeah.
after.
That's okay.
Oh, whatever. It's not. He just said what
Yeah.
I said. He said.
Yeah.
um.
Oh, have you ever done this? This is something just to note.
What?
If you go in the green tab here, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. I set this to smooth shading,
Mm-hmm.
but then it thinks it's like a limb or something. You know, it doesn't know that some parts should be smooth and some shouldn't. But if you press auto smooth, it does it,
Oh.
correctly. and you can define at what angle it should start getting hard and which it shouldn't.
I
These
would
are
have
all
just
90
like.
degrees.
Would you normally have to like draw a seam or like manually mark?
Yeah, there's a mark sharp.
That's right. That's
But
cool.
That just does it automatically. It's great. It saves a lot of time.
Fuck. What direction should it be? An X, Y, or Z that it adds to your?
I think it should be a vector that we determine.
Well, I was just
I
having
guess
it.
it could always be just the Y and then you, or not the Y. It could always just be the Z and then you just turn it, as long as it's the local Z.
I guess that's true. I just feel. I guess. Oh yeah, it's a local, so it'll be relative to itself, right?
Yeah, we might have to
Okay, that's one
specify
thing
it
that's-
somewhere, but
That is one thing that was scaring me. I guess we'll find out right now. If direction. That way we could flip what way it goes as well. Else, same thing, but it's a minus. I guess I'll just give that a go. Whatever. See what happens. So speed is 5. Let's see what that does. I'm gonna just get this over with right away, so I don't have to deal with this. I'm also gonna go ahead and I don't know what direction it's gonna go, so I'm just gonna put it in the center for now.
my guess is it'll go very fast. If it
You think
does.
5 is way too high?
I think
5 is probably a
anytime-
lot, yeah.
Well, it's per update, right?
Oh yeah.
Maybe if it was fixed update, but also you could just multiply it by times.delta time. That's why I think it's going to go fast.
Oh, I should do that. I should just do that right away. I forgot about that.
Usually they include a time.delta time.
That's so that it's
somewhere.
independent of frame rate, right?
Yeah, it's times how much time has gone by since the last update.
That's a good call. That's a very good call. I'm gonna
Also,
put
I
scene
think-
view right here too.
Isn't position speed times t or delta t?
Oh, it did it. Just in the wrong
Nice.
direction.
Oh, right, because the x is the one we want.
Oh,
But it
it
did
won't
it.
move me though.
No. I wonder if that's because you get overwritten or you overwrite it.
I guess.
Maybe you're just not.
Well, yeah, it says if other game object rigid body is not null and other game object rigid body is not kinematic. Should I just also say if other game object is a player, I guess, just to ensure that the player gets added? Oh, whoops. Oh, I just didn't add that. Okay. Oh, I should also flip the direction it's moving in, since I know that's wrong now. It's supposed to be Y then, I guess? Or no, X. Y's up, huh? Just in case.
Probably a parentheses.
Oh, just one extra one for some reason?
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
wait,
at the
no.
end. On trigger exit needs an extra bracket at the end.
Oh, good call. Okay. Yep, okay.
If this doesn't work, maybe we can just print out the names of the objects in the list so we can see if it actually even makes it.
That's pretty close to what I wanted, except that it loses all of its momentum at the end. Whoa! This is like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Whoa! Because it's moving the collider. It's not moving the...
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an easy fix. I could just say add other.gameObject.root.gameObject. Who just yelled? I heard like screaming through your mic for a second.
I think the football game is on.
Ah, okay. That was actually like a weird experience. I don't know why that felt so like visceral. Just see like my body ripped away from me like that. There we go.
Nice.
It's a conveyor belt.
It basically works.
We just got to make it fucking keep your inertia when you get launched off.
Well,
like,
what do you mean?
Look, I just kind of like flop off.
Oh, well, it's because it's changing your position, right?
Yeah, because even if I did like 500, it's not gonna like send me flying.
No, it'll just. I kind of like that though.
But see, I stop like right here.
Yeah. I don't think that's terrible.
Oh, we should also test this. Let's see if that. Like,
oh, right.
If it's local. Oh shit! I didn't fix the speed.
I don't think it was. I think you ended up.
Yeah, I think it flew like in the wrong direction. Yeah, so that's what I was worried about. It's going like that way. Yeah. Okay, so then we need to make it local position, I guess. Can I say dot local dot position or something, or is it just local?
No, because that's just gonna change the objects. It's gonna be local to the object. You want it local to the. Yeah, you want to be able to multiply it by the root or by the box's rotation, I think.
Oh, the box is. Oh, right, the actual conveyor. You mean?
Yeah, not the box. I think. So you could get this transform rotation probably.
So I just multiply the vector, this whole vector by that then? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know actually. Let me think.
Well, we could just look at the acceleration field that we made, right? Isn't that like the same thing? Acceleration zone.
Oh yeah, probably.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, it does velocity though. So that's not really going to be that helpful, I don't think.
Well, no, it would still be relative though,
I guess that's
right?
true.
Because when you turned the bounce pad at an angle, you bounced opposite. Maybe that just took advantage of the normals and the inverse transform direction thing. Because you'd hit it, and that's where your collision would always be like the normal of whatever plane you hit. So then the inverse of whatever, like you have to have hit it at that angle. But mm,
Yeah, I just don't see anything that seems to overlay that well. So this is changing the object's location, the object's position. So the way it changes needs to be right here. This is saying the new position is it that thing moved forward a little bit in this direction, in the direction of just x. But that's just the object's x location.
yeah,
What if I just put like, damn, yeah, I don't know.
maybe you do speed.
Because this is even it's moving in. Isn't this moving in the object that's overlapping its x? So if I move it like
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
is it gonna go flying just towards a different direction
No, I
now?
think it'll still move it, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's still moving in the X that it respects, I guess, which is the X that it respects.
Yeah, this x right here, the red line.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a way to just make that local, right?
Yeah. It has to be based on the rotation, I imagine. Because you're not getting you need to get the conveyor belts look rotation, not
I'm just gonna try this just to get it out of my system.
I think local position has more to do with parents, like your its position versus its
Yeah, I'm
parents'
not.
position.
It's also weird setting its global position equal to its local position. Should I just change
Yeah.
it there too? I'm throwing shit.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same thing.
I'm just throwing shit. Let's see. Yeah. What if I leave it at just position? Goodbye. So yeah, that's not a good thing to do.
No, so we don't really want just to manipulate the X. We want to be able to manipulate X and Z. And even Y, I guess.
Oh yeah, if it goes like uphill.
Yeah, if we wanted to have a escalator type of deal. So we have a direction.
What if we just axe all of this, and then we just say like parentheses over this whole thing, and then we say like plus this dot transform dot position or whatever.
I don't think you can add two vectors.
I thought it was the tail to tail thing. I guess not. Oh wait, you can't add float, 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 and vector. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm doing the parentheses wrong.
Oh yeah.
It should be new vector 3 plus this.
Oh yeah, I guess that works.
So that would be
Yeah, that should work. Well, I mean that should be allowed, but I don't think that'll actually do it
we'll see. Yeah, because I'm thinking like,
because you're just adding the position. You want to
oh,
turn it.
yeah, that's true. It's not doing anything right now, huh? I guess I'm gonna look at it, but I don't think it's actually doing anything.
Yeah, it'll just like
Whoa.
yeah. As soon
Here
as
we
you
go.
touched it, it offset you to the same amount that it was originally offset.
Okay. So that's not right. Eh? So if this works properly, nothing should happen. Okay, it's not working. Here we go. It's like a teleporter. It's the exact same thing. What the fuck?
No, so what you need to do is make a vector that represents the rotation and multiply that by the speed. I think that I
Sorry, say that
thought for a
again.
little I thought silently and then that came to me. Um you need to have a vector that represents the rotation and multiply that by the speed and then add that to the position, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I'll just create one on start then, I guess.
I'm gonna
Or
Google
no, it
dot
shouldn't be on
product
start.
again. I think dot product is gonna come in handy here.
Vector 3. I gotta say new vector 3. Well, no, I don't. I'll have to say vector 3. Belt equals new vector 3. Blah, blah, blah. So that vector 3 is just this. No, that's what I just did there.
Well, first let's consider our two cases that we have working. We have the X and the Z, and we need to figure out a way to be able to slide between them, right?
So what if I create like an empty at the beginning and the end, and then here we create a vector just drawing between those 2 points? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then whenever you move it, they're children, so it should work fine.
What is the rotation right now? Can you set the rotation to 0?
Sure.
I think we can do something with the rotation math.
Oh, like, okay, I see what you're saying. So if we get the like,
Because we have a base. We have a base where at 0 rotation, it should work as if we had it before, right? Where the position X plus the thing that worked
yeah,
plus
let me put
speed.
that back.
Right now we have it where when our variables XYZ rotation, those are all 0. This is what it equals. So those zeros should be canceling things out.
So let me make sure this works when it's 000. Make sure we're back where we started from. Yeah, okay. So now you're saying find a way to incorporate the rotation here. So basically how rotated the root game object is determines how strong the speed variable is, I guess.
How strong the speed interacts with X. So I think what we have to do is have that that's multiplied by a variable that's determined by, or that's multiplied by a variable minus something, and then the Z is multiplied by a variable plus something, or vice versa. Do you get what I mean by that?
Kind of, yeah. I'm just worrying that there's some like easy way to just be like make it relative, to just make it relative to itself, like, and we're making it too hard.
I think if we were decent at math, this is the easy way. I think if I was in school, I would be able to do this pretty quick, but I
So we're
don't
saying
remember
we
now.
create like a lerp between.
No, not even a lerp, just a manual, just a little math. If if like just here, I gotta Z. Oh God. Damn. So x plus speed. So I'll just have a variable s that is our speed for speed times time.
Okay.
Or should that just be p? Doesn't matter. I better make it p
No.
equals velocity times change in time. Oh no, it's d. Duh. Displacement.
And it's not velocity, right? Whatever. Nitpick.
Well, what is speed? Why'd you call it speed then?
It's just the speed that the belt's going at, right?
Yeah,
I guess it is a velocity.
you're talking about the. It is true that the speed is always positive, right? Maybe that's the.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something we can incorporate. You know, if you just make the speed negative instead of this Boolean,
That's not
right?
a bad idea.
If we're doing this math way, that probably is how it'll end up. But D, so, God damn it, I wish I had some newfangled drawing pad. D is actually a vector. It's not just a number. So that means
Well, this is a float.
speed.
Speed is a float, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So that means that there's a vector involved still. There still has to be a vector involved. Doesn't matter if it's a float. That just means that it's what we have so far. We don't have it working yet.
So yeah, that's what we're missing is the fact that there's no vector. This is just
Speed is
the
a
speed
float.
it moves you along at,
Yeah.
basically.
So, okay, so we have to find the vector. Where's dot product? I think this is where it is. I want to learn. I want to be able to use this correctly, and I'm pretty sure this is what we can use.
So I think we need to restructure this though to be like
Yeah.
separate vectors.
But we can use the X and Z axis, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we, wait. Doesn't this object have a forward? Couldn't it be said that this has a forward?
Oh yeah.
I bet we could use forward here. Or right. Vector.right, vector.left. We could use the built-in ones. But even then, that's not sliding. That's not... But we could compare, I guess. We could use them to compare. How did we do it? We did it before. In Catlikes. One of Catlikes things. How do we, I'm just gonna
No,
look up
that's
how
wrong.
to
Fuck. This is so close, yeah.
rotation to a vector. Rotating a vector around the origin simply means rotating it around the z-axis in 3D, since we're rotating around the z-axis. Okay. Yeah, we never write anything, I feel like, on our own where there's a cosine in it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's so instrumental.
This is definitely. Damn it! This got so much smarter than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I feel like it's. I feel like this has to be easy. I feel like there has to be like an easy answer to this.
Maybe just well, it's just about taking the vector right. Maybe that's what it's vector right is what we're talking about. Taking that vector right and then oh, okay. So you were able to add two vectors before, right?
Yeah.
So instead of adding, so add the position plus damn it. God damn it, I just lost it. Add the yeah. But not transform forward though. Well, it would probably be transform right, I guess. But even then, it's not or
It's the blue axis. Yeah, that's right. Forward's right.
this transform.
Oh, never
Probably.
mind.
This transform dot forward. I would
Well,
imagine.
yeah, that's it's interchangeable.
Oh yeah, I guess that implies.
You can. It could be there
Yeah.
or it couldn't be there. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I guess I should just rotate it right off the bat to see if it works. Nope. I don't. I mean, at least I don't think so. Make it more extreme.
Kind of looked like maybe
Make it a little more
it
extreme.
could go either way.
No, definitely not. Damn. Wait, is it just doing this one? Because what is direction? I just realized I didn't even.
Oh.
Well, direction defaults to true, I think. Oh no, it defaults to false, so it's running this.
Oh.
So it didn't even change. I didn't even actually change it. I think normally booleans default to true, but then if they, or no, they default to false.
Serialized?
They default to false. I think I just remembered wrong.
I mean, that's such an easy thing to.
Hey, that looks like it.
I think it works.
Let me change the direction. Oh, that didn't work. Fuck.
Yeah, so we didn't have to do the
I
math
didn't.
of finding what vector forward or vector right is.
That's supposed to be minus.
That's the easy skip.
Good. That's what I was like. I kept thinking of that, of like, we're gonna need to make some sort of algorithm to like calculate what speed is based on how much rotated the root object is, and I was like, please don't make me do that.
You could have done it though with dot product. If it's if it's turned 90 degrees, dot product is 0.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe it's 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Is it?
There it goes.
So you maybe gotta.
I gotta put some block on the logic of like when you're holding something.
Yeah, maybe if you're holding something, it's not active or something.
Oh, I think if I could just say like, well, no, because I can't set a. That means I have to set a script on every physics object that says like, am I being held or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's probably not the way to do it. You could just make this not include. Maybe you can add. I don't know. You could have like a being held layer or something, I guess. Or no, maybe if you just add it to the player layer, and then, or is it added to your player layer if you're holding it?
Oh wait, a held object gets put into the no collide with player layer, so I could have it just ignore the anything in the no collide with player layer.
Oh yeah,
That might fix it.
perfect. Yeah, if you already have a layer that's basically dedicated to these guys, then
So then I say and other dot game object dot
I think you might have to do a
layer.
layer.
A layer does not equal, and then I have to count because it offsets from 0. Yeah, does not equal 16. Does that work?
Might be 15. We'll see.
Well, it starts at 0, but I
Oh,
don't.
then it's 17.
But yeah, I don't know if this counts at
Oh,
0
I
or
see.
not.
Yeah,
I guess we'll
pretty
find
sure
out.
it does.
Okay. Hopefully that fixes it. I make myself go way too slow when I'm carrying this thing. It goes too fast. Why is it going so fast? What the fuck?
So yeah, I think we figured that out in a very
Oh no, it's still doing it.
cooperative manner. Maybe not this bit, but
Fuck. Maybe I should change that to 15 or 17.
it looked like it was working the first time. Maybe there's some logic. Yeah,
Well, I
was
think
gonna
the
say, if
problem
you-
is it's not ever being removed from the list. I need to remove it from the list when I pick it up. Because right now it's only being removed from the list when it leaves the collider. So
Yeah.
my grab method needs to also remove it from the list. But how the fuck could it possibly do that?
I think you can access the list. I think you can access.
Yeah,
the
but like every time I pick up a prop, I have to say like, is this prop on a conveyor belt? If so, then set
Yeah.
remove it from that conveyor belt's list.
Maybe you can clear an object from its lists. I don't know. That's probably not the case.
See, because the thing is, this should be. I think this is working, but the problem is this is only checking on that one collision. So if that very first collision, it's not in the right layer, and then I pick it up, and it doesn't leave this loop, it's still in the list, and it doesn't trigger this, so it just stays in the list and keeps firing. So it changes to 16, but it's too late. It's already in the list. So I need to make something that says like, if this changes, then remove it from the list.
Maybe you could do an event system thing, or maybe when you pick something up, it triggers an event, and then you have a thing in here that you have a function in here that you can call that just removes or clears the list of everything. I know that would fuck up everything else on the belt, but maybe something like that.
There's definitely something there.
That at least has like some functionality, but I don't know if it's really.
What I'm worried about is my idea is I want to do another for each loop right here, and just iterate through the loop on update constantly, and just keep checking, does any of their lists equal 16, and if so, remove it from the list. I think that could work.
If you copy that same line that you have on trigger exit, if you just throw that line in update.
Oh. Then I don't even need on trigger exit, huh?
Yeah. It would probably, or
That might be a little
possibly
more
chug.
demanding, yeah. Oh, there's no
Oh.
other, though. There's no other.
Oh, right.
I need the
right.
other. Fuck, which means... Oh, never mind.
Well, you do the 4 each.
This would still work with the for each then, because then I still have I have P.
Yeah.
So I would say if p.gameObject dot layer equals...
You could do this in the same
16.
one, right? You could do this in the 4 each down there. It's the same 4 each.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. But then would it... I'm thinking, like, would it... I would have to put it to, like, skip that one. Like, if I put
Just
it...
right after it, right?
Well, if I
Just
put it
add
right after it, then it would still move it, even though it's not on the right layer.
It
But
would move it 1 frame and then it would stop, I guess. Yeah, that's true. So before it does that, then remove it if it...
So let's try that. Because I definitely would like to try to simplify this. I don't want it to be too demanding. So if it equals 16, then remove it. Pushing objects dot remove. What? Oh yeah, p dot game object.
I haven't used list. I was saying it backwards.
And then I need to make it also skip this line. So, if I put a return, then that's gonna...
Well, would it even do it? If it's removed?
Oh, I guess I could just put an else, huh?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So yeah, now it'll just skip this whole line if it gets put into that layer.
You know, I think
Oh, what the fuck?
we should just do multiply by... If you do multiply by speed, it already works if you do negative, I think.
Oh, and then I could just have like a thing like if direction, then change the polarity of speed, I guess.
No, like you could just if you want it to be negative, you could just set it to a negative speed and it should just go backwards.
Actually, yeah, okay. That cuts out the little bit more complexity there.
Yeah, less copy and paste.
So this is the end of the
that's a lot.
script. And then that. I think that should be it, yeah? That's the end of the script? Yeah, okay. Then that's the update, that's the for each, that's the else, that's the if. Okay.
That's pretty short. Little chunk of code.
Yeah, we've optimized that pretty well. Let's give it a shot, I guess. Oh, I guess I gotta remove the serialized field for direction now, too. Now it's useless.
I want to know how to add a tooltip to a script. So that
Oh, I know how to do that.
Oh, you do?
Almost. I got an error there. It's like working,
really?
but I got an error.
What's the error?
I don't know.
Row invalid?
What the fuck is this? I think
Oh,
is
I
like
bet
some
it was,
system shit.
I bet it has
Collection
to
was
do with the list.
modified. Enumeration operation may not execute.
That's the list.
Oh, so in the for each loop, I'm removing an item of that list. I guess
Yeah.
that probably is causing some conflicts. So maybe I could say... I mean, maybe I just... Can I just do that? It'll just ignore the elements of the list that are 16.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Try it. That's smart.
But then they're still going to be in the list.
But they'd be removed on trigger exit, no?
I think
Or
when I pick it up, I don't think it counts it as an on-trigger exit.
Because it like teleports it a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't think it actually calls this when I pick it up. So it'll still be an object in the list. It'll just be an ignored item of the list, which I guess is fine, but it technically, if you sat there and picked it up and put it back down over and over and over, you could like overload the list, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe you can just at the end of update just I don't know. It would be kind of dumb to be constantly adding to the list and then removing a thing from it. But
I guess I could just look this up. How to remove an object from a list in a for each loop. There should be a... That's a pretty common thing, I would say.
yeah, maybe I feel like I've seen that before.
Lupo. How to remove element from an array in a for each loop. Well, that's an array, but we'll see. Oh, that's also JavaScript. Whoops. I guess it could technically still be helpful, but... Unable to delete an object from a list using a for each loop. Yeah. It always throws a reference error or whatever, blah, 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 blah. You cannot delete things for using a for each because when using a for each in C#, you are actually only looking at a copy of the object, not the object itself. Your best bet is to use a for loop where you are actually able to delete. Okay, well, just change it to a for loop. Is it really that easy? Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Make it a fucking for loop.
Oh, but he's talking about destroying.
It should be the same thing, though. Destroying is going to remove it from the list, right?
Yeah, wouldn't it also destroy it though?
Well, yeah, I could just change this to remove instead of to destroy.
Oh yeah, I guess that'll.
Just copy that and then I'll replace it.
List.
What did I call the list again? Pushing objects. And then here I say instead of P, I say pushing objects I. And then I say pushing objects dot remove, and then I remove that.
Maybe.
All right, let's give it a go. Yeah. Here, actually, I'm gonna put debug logs. Removed. Oh, whoops. Removed via layer. And here I'll put. I'll have to put one in each, I guess. Removed via exit, I guess. I had a hard time typing that. What the fuck? Okay.
Via is kind of a uncommon use.
What?
I feel like via doesn't get used that often. Much better way to say that.
Remove via layer. Remove via layer. Why does it fire 6 times?
Update.
I guess so. Alright, so now it should say remove via exit once it falls off, right? Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know why I chose the fucking heaviest object in the game to debug with. God damn it.
Rotate it uphill.
Oh,
I wonder if the math will allow that.
that is a good call.
Oh, that was weird. You froze and I thought you just stopped, but it like sped up really fast for me.
Oh, to like catch up to my
Yeah. That's always funny. That happens sometimes with people's voices.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite bug of Discord. It like came and went, but it was bad for a little bit where people would spit up all of a sudden like that. They'd pause and they go blah, blah, blah. It's amazing.
I would
I wish like Discord had a plugin for that.
to do that on
Just do that.
purpose.
Yeah, just like save my speech for the next 5 seconds and then play it in 3 seconds.
Look at that. You see that?
Yeah,
That's nice.
actually,
That's pretty nice.
that works great.
Oh, and then of course, boom.
Oh, right.
Ah, there he goes. Let's go for a ride. Reverse. Reverse.
Nice.
10. Reverse. Reverse, reverse, reverse. See, I don't like that you don't fly off the edge of it, though.
Yeah, I think the way you do that is by changing the speed. Like changing body velocity.
How would I do that, though? Like, I would say the velocity equals... What is this USB device that you're struggling
yeah.
with so much? What? Computer, come on. Is it my controller?
Probably. I had this problem a while ago with my phone where I would plug my phone in to charge and then I stopped doing it. For some reason, I had forgotten. And then I was in the middle of Rust and I plugged my phone in because it's dead. And then like 3 minutes later, it turns on because it's had enough charge to turn on again. And it immediately gets picked up as a mouse, and my mouse gets frozen in the middle of like I was in like I don't know airfield or something. It was a tense situation. I had to fucking unplug my phone and I threw it, even though it's already unplugged.
Just teach it a lesson.
You're not a mouse. But I think it's because I used to use this app where I could use my phone as a mouse. It actually worked that way. It was great because I had a whole thing where I had my projector in like the top shelf of my closet, so it would come out of my closet, and I had my laptop up there in my closet, so I would lay on my bed and just control my laptop with my phone.
Huh.
It was fucking awesome.
What program did you use to do that?
I think it was called Air Mouse.
I use Splashtop.
That makes sense.
I have to pay for it though, but it lets me access my computer from like anywhere.
Yeah, it's great. That definitely is a service worth paying for.
I pay for Splashtop and I pay for private internet access. I don't pay for very many like services like that, but those
Yeah.
are two that are like I feel are very worth it. What do you think about this though? I just say the velocity equals that same vector that I move everything by, I guess, just times the speed. Like that way it gives me a little bit of force getting off of the belt. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the math might relate differently.
I wonder if it's just gonna go flying off the edge.
No, it's exactly the same because you said it equal.
Well, once it
You
goes
don't-
off right here. Well, actually, I guess I should make
Yeah,
it go a
high
little
speed.
faster than that. 5, I think, will show it. Not really. It kind of did the same thing. They also did kind of bunch up though, so
Turn it up to 10 at least.
yeah, it's still doing the same thing.
Weird. It's probably on exit then, right?
Well, it is on exit.
Equals this transform right. It's probably
Maybe I could also say times this position, or like its current
maybe do
velocity.
time speed. Try time speed.
Well, it should be. I should include its current velocity as well, right? So it doesn't cancel it out.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So I guess I'll try that first. Oh, that's on the player though. Let's try it on the. I really should create a variable to hold all this.
Yeah.
This is a
Eventually.
lot.
I think maybe that'll be part of our big optimization thing, is going through scripts that we use on everything. And
I'll just try it real quick. It's a rigid body, so I just say player body, I guess.
well, you don't have other. It comes from the collision, right?
Oh yeah, damn. Fuck it, whatever. So yeah, I'd say all this. Oh, and that. So take into account your current velocity plus a little bit extra. But I guess, is it going to have any velocity though? Like, is that velocity just, is it like a speedometer or is it the accelerator? Whatever. Yeah, that didn't work. It's a little whack. It's a little whack. If I just fucking... Is that doing anything? Like, we'll find out.
I mean, you could have done the same thing in the serialized field.
Damn it, I can't look at the thing in time.
I think I saw it on the other screen.
Yeah, I should probably just be watching the scene view.
Well, you won't see it fly off
Whoa.
that way. So yeah, it does work. It's just too low of a speed, probably. I bet it's got too much mass.
So I feel like I just need to do... I can't just up speed overall. I feel like I need to add an extra variable to multiply in here. So if even if I
time
put...
speed.
It already is time speed. Oh, like times
speed
again.
Times speed. Yeah, like that way you have speed squared. You get more of an accelerative that's like closer to reality when you add a square in there.
Will that work, you think? It's going to be the same thing, right?
I mean, I think it's going to be similar to what you just showed, where you multiplied it by 1,000.
I'm only multiplying by another 5, like another 10, though.
Also, it completely destroys the negative positive speed.
And it didn't even work.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Let's do it again.
Well, isn't it 1 right now?
Oh, shit. No, it's 10. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well,
yeah, I mean, you could just do some boost.
Boost.
Just add a boost.
Okay, that was too much.
I really think if you just do the square and then you just have the number a little higher, it'll show. I think it's a big object. Maybe some other test
but it just like drops off. I feel like it loses all of its inertia. I'll try like 20.
It could be the physics material as well.
So you got gained extra speed there. So let's bring it back down to just a square at a higher speed. Let's see what that looks like.
It's probably square plus offset a little bit.
I'm also noticing it is kind of flying at an angle, isn't it?
Maybe.
Oh, that kind of got it. See what I mean? Though it just slows down so much when it falls off.
Turn the thing, maybe. Turn it up at an angle,
Like that?
like uphill.
Oh, I guess, yeah, we still haven't tested that. I feel like that's a different problem, but I'm down.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet because we're using vector right.
I think it'll work.
Well, it'll probably fall off, but
God,
oh, no.
that went way too fast. Slow it down. Oh, yeah. Do it outside of that. Do it. Slow it down and try it again.
You don't have double gravity on or anything?
No, I've fixed that, I believe. I mean, yeah, because you could observe when I just play with it, like throwing it around, it looks normal.
Maybe it's just asleep. Could it be going asleep? Or it wouldn't even fall then, probably.
Yeah. I think this is the right way to go. I think we just need to add more on the
Yeah.
speed here. I just don't I feel like when I did another speed it was too much. But let me try it again and then
What if you do inside the thing speed plus something times time?
yeah, speed
So
plus boost
yeah.
and then
Because
times.
I think that's how the kinematic equation would go.
So I'll just create a new variable called boost. But that boost is going to be kind of arbitrary for now, right? Unless we
I
did like
think if you-
actual math on it. What the fuck was that? What? It just made up its own thing.
I think because you multiply it by time, it might help, but
Boost. What? What? Asset bundle recompress operation? How do you get boost? You can get that. Okay, so then I don't think that needs to be a serialized field. That'll be something we figure out here. Oh my god.
lost. Turns into full screen movie.
I hate this. Float boost. Okay. And now we'll set boost. Let's say fucking 50. I don't know. Is that not enough? We will find out. Actually, I will make it a serialized field. Change my mind.
Nothing.
More. 500. It's getting there. That was better.
Oh, I know what's going on, I think.
1,000.
I think I know what's going on, though.
What?
That I think maybe could solve this. I bet it has to do... Oh, that
that's
looks
like
great.
exactly what I wanted.
I
but-
think the reason why the big number works is because you're multiplying it by times delta time. But if you were to just give it a boost, you wouldn't go for the delta time because it's not on an update. You just take it out. Just do 1. See what happens.
On speed?
Yeah, but no, do 1. I mean, treat time delta time as 1. Just remove time delta time from your original equation, and then you could probably even remove the offset, like just from the on trigger exit bit, not from the rest. Because on trigger exit only happens once, so that time delta time is probably tiny.
So that
Yeah, just try that.
that sounds very good. That all sounds right, because then it'll actually be relative to its current speed. Hopefully, it'll be like actually accurate. It won't be like some arbitrary number I'm making up. I want to make it a little longer. Oh, I think the CRT is gonna miss. Yeah.
You just pick it up though, right?
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I'll just put it on there.
As a test of the solutions.
Yeah, so you can see gravity is normal. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go. That's fun.
Now I have
It's like a reverse
an
slide.
idea. I have somewhat of an idea, but it would probably take too long to implement.
I'll
Just
hear it
a,
out.
it's
Oh,
more
I
of just
can't.
a.
I can't go fast enough. It's too fast. But I'll hear it out for sure. I'm down.
If you put conveyor belts on those little helper boxes you put inside the hoops, so that the ball always shot outward if it hit one of the little boxes.
Wait, so it like the ball gets pushed out? Is what you're saying every time?
Yeah, a joke hoop that has conveyor belts
Just
on
put
it.
a bunch of tiny conveyor belts on the inside. Is what you're saying? So
Well, you
whenever
already
touch
put
it, it
them
launches
in.
you up.
Yeah, it just occurred to me. You already have them in, and it would just be
Oh, I
a
guess that's
script.
true. Just add this script onto them.
The real problem would be the vector right. I don't know if that's,
I'll give it a
but
shot with this one. I'll unpack the prefab and let's see. Colliders. Where are the rim ones? Here we go. I think it's all these. Oh, and I'm missing one. That one? Yeah. If I add the conveyor belt mechanic or script to all of them and then set the speed to what? Like 20, I guess? 30?
yeah, just do 20 or 30.
I'll just see what happens, I suppose.
Yeah, it'll probably send it all right, but
Oh shit! What the fuck? That shouldn't happen. Why was that so fast? I feel like that was
you
faster
set it
than...
really high.
Oh, I guess that is true. Never mind. I thought it was faster than when I was just standing on it. So yeah, I got to fix that. I shouldn't be able to hit it from the side. I could just go like that.
Oh, right.
Oh, I guess no, that was actually on it that time. But I just ran into the side of it and it launched
Yeah,
me.
underneath. Go underneath.
Oh, yeah. That's easy though. That's easy.
Oh, yeah, technically it should go the other way when you're underneath.
Fuck. We got to just add another collider.
No,
That's totally
more,
doable. Just add
Well,
it
if
and then
you
do
do-
the inverse.
if you do the math, though. That's why I said it in a way where I didn't intend on doing
What do you
it.
mean do the math?
So if you do the math, you could take into account the contact normal, and then you could say,
All I'm saying is make another collider. Just make a
"Oh
child
yeah, just
collider
underneath."
and then add
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same script and make it negative.
yeah. That is the easier way for the designer.
So let's scale the X. It can stay the same the X, I think. I don't know. Bring it down a little bit. No, you're going bigger. There you go. And same thing with the Y. Is that Y? No, that's not Y. Just bring it down just a little bit. Bam. There we
Nice.
go. Okay, now I guess 20 is really fast now. I was putting it to like 50 earlier, but now that we have it like actually relative properly, I guess that makes sense. So yeah, let's try the fucking hoop. Let me also make sure. Yeah, okay. I think it maybe worked there. I just wasn't looking
I
at
mean,
it.
it certainly is gonna mess it up in some way.
God damn it. I picked the worst hoop to do this to.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have a god mode yet.
Oh, like fly around.
Yeah,
I just haven't really. I don't know. I haven't really.
that
thought
is
of
its
that.
own control scheme too.
There we go. Easy shot now.
But I definitely get why a designer might do that for themselves.
So long, monitor. I think it's working. It's really subtle. I think that's doing it though. It's not enough though.
Honestly, it just makes it so that it'll spin in easier.
Let's go like fucking buck wild. Let's do like 150. So now the ball should just go boom, and just like fly away anytime it hits the rim.
If you actually a helpful Boolean for this script might just be one
Oh,
to
it's not
say
doing anything. Sorry.
if you what was I gonna say?
The
If
Boolean.
you the maybe not a Boolean actually, if you did actually yeah, you could do a Boolean and then negatives and it would work. But if you did a Boolean that just decided if it was vector right or vector forward,
Huh. I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you could change, but you could just
yeah.
rotate it.
Yeah, but in that position maybe you could like it'd be I guess what I mean is like so that you could drag and drop the conveyor belt on it easier.
I just realized that's why. So I'll
Wait, it
bring.
already has it. It already has it.
But yeah, but that one's not a trigger.
Oh, you need both.
Yeah, because the conveyor belt depends on a trigger. Hmm.
Mm.
Try like 15K.
Is it because the ball doesn't have a rigid body?
The ball is a rigid body.
Where is it?
I don't have the ball
Oh
selected.
no, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the conveyor belt.
Yeah, that's not doing shit. What? Damn it. All right. Well, whatever. I guess. Well, hold on. Yeah, it has a rigid body and it's not kinematic, so there shouldn't be any problems with it. It shouldn't be ignored.
Well, maybe I think vector right. Vector right could be
But it would
going
do
in,
something, right? It would make it move. I applied
Yeah,
15K
you would've-
force to it. Like it should have done something. On trigger enter. I guess I could also just have a debug. Oh wait, was it firing removed? I should have checked the
yeah.
debug log. Was that even going?
Those might. I feel like those didn't even come up.
Yeah, that's nothing's happening. Trigger on trigger enter. Game object rigid body is not null. Rigid body
Try
is not
putting the ball
kinematic.
on the working conveyor belt.
Oh, that's a good point. Good call. There he goes. I should set it up so that if you put a basketball right here, it makes a shot like guaranteed every time.
That would be good. That was my original thought actually for this. Was if you just had an invisible one somewhere that if you shot it, it would like follow the track.
I think is it because this doesn't have a rigid body? Does it need one? Oh no, this doesn't either. Box collider is trigger.
Oh, I think I know maybe. If you can put the box collider, just put it above the script.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I have to do it.
No, I would have done it.
Damn it. I also did notice if you do this, you can kind of cheese the hoop still. If you hit like the inside of the hoop right there, it bounces back. It'll bounce off and count as a hit still and come back down. It's kind of particular, but if you get it like just right, it's like a free
I get what
point.
you mean though.
I can't. I'll give it like one more shot. Yeah, like that. Which is like the only way I could think to fix that is having like a one-sided collider that like is that way you can pass through on inside but you can't on the outside. But whatever, it's not worth it.
I was I think I made this suggestion before. I don't know if you tried it or not, but a mesh collider with a flat plane.
That's right.
This
I
is
do
a
remember that. I just never did it because I it hasn't been like high on my priority list
yeah.
fixing this. Um,
Yeah, I
what the
wonder.
fuck? Whoa, why are they all like scaling differently? I guess because their Ys are all different.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe just try applying it to another, maybe something not like 6 at a time.
Well, look at this too. The box collider is a little bit bigger than the trigger, so it might just not even be having a chance to hit the
Oh
trigger at all.
yeah.
So I mean, now it's just gonna go through the hoop, but it might get launched. It might actually work.
Yeah. Might see its effects. Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's 15K.
Removed via exit.
That's a good. It's a good tagline. Oh, I just realized I've had my webcam like on the top right of the screen, but I have my lens cap on. Damn, even 150 is that crazy?
Well, as soon as it exits, it gets a bonus thing, and then it collides with another one, and
Just do 10. Let's see how that looks like. So this is like a trick hoop that you can't hit a hoop in unless you perfectly swish it, I guess. Yeah, it is flying off to the side. Oh, wait. Oh, it's like spiraling.
yeah, because it's like hitting all of them independently. It's like showing the fact that it's not actually a circular detection thing. It's a couple pieces.
Whoa, it launched me.
Whoa. Oh shit. Can you use the ball to grapple onto the can you like use it to reach onto the conveyor belt up there? You know what I mean?
Well, look, I'm like hanging on it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa, I've never done that. Look at the scene view.
Yeah.
That's sick. What the fuck? I could do pull-ups.
Can you do that on other surfaces or is it just the
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait. Oh, I did do it.
Oh yeah.
I think I did hook. It just didn't look like it. Oh, because I hooked on the floor. Oh, that
Oh
is
yeah.
confusing.
And then you're in the clipping layer.
There we go.
Yeah, so theoretically, could
That's
you
kinda
have
fun.
an object that's one long stick and then you could pogo or vault everywhere?
Hmm.
This is another idea I got from Dying Light because I thought it was happening, but it wasn't. And I thought like, oh, this would be cool. Is if you had if your player had like a stick type thing that they were jointed around, similar to this, I guess, that was like always it was invisible, but it let you like vault things like it would as if you had put your hand between your legs, you know what I mean? Like if you run up to a not a ledge, but like something you could just jump over, like a car, a hood of a car, as if you had like put your left hand down and then jumped up with your legs so that your legs were above your hand.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. If you had that where it was like a perfect like
Whoa. What
if
the
you could get it
fuck?
to rotate,
How did that balance? What? Did you see that?
Wow.
What? Fucking stupid table. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a good table.
I
Well, no,
I
the
did
table.
I fixed the colliders on the table so it
Oh, nice.
actually like does the legs,
Uh,
so I can like stand on it upside down like that.
yeah, I was about to say
But
the
when I pick it
opposite.
up, look at like the center of it. It's so weird. And I've done so much to fix that, and I don't know why it doesn't. It's still weird. Just an awkward object to hold, I guess.
Yeah. It's bizarre because that table is my table.
Yeah.
And it's an IKEA table, so it's very simple
Oh,
and it
you mean
does look
literally?
yes.
I was just thinking because like you made this table.
That table is what I'm sitting at right now.
Oh, okay.
And it looks just like it because there's not much detail in the original either. That's why I chose it for the desk. that I would model.
I
Instead of
still
some
haven't made this
antique
breakable,
wood.
and I feel like this is like the thing you want to break the most. It's a
That
table.
could be good though. It's kind of good to have some consistent things, like things that would never break.
Yeah, I mean, you can't break like terrain and shit.
Yeah, but like special, there's always like I feel like there's always some special item that's invincible or that you can always use dependently. Nice. So you could use a conveyor belt in one world and then use that momentum to get across. Do you conserve your momentum?
Yeah,
I guess yeah, you do.
between world shifts, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Um,
so then oh, you know what? That would be a cool little section. Would be conveyor belts in one world and then conveyor belts in another, and you just have to stand in place and switch at the right time.
aha, parallel thinking moment. That's
Nice.
why I made
Yeah.
this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my root idea. Was I was like, oh, that would be sick if you're like sliding
Nice.
down and there's like a wall blocking you, you know? So you have to
Yeah.
like world shift, and then in whole there's not a wall there. Well, I was thinking I spent like 2 hours today. I'll bring it up here. Um, I was just writing like documentation for a level that I want to make. That was like an idea from a while back. Was remember we had the idea for like the hole you're just constantly going down. You're
Yeah.
trying to get the bottom of it. That's what this whole level is. It's the whole hole. Even though it's in the real world too, but whatever.
Yeah.
And I wrote, this is the first obstacle, and then second one. I could go in depth if that would be interesting for the stream at all or whatever, but basically you could see the idea of I'm just kind of like, there's this, and then every time there's a split like this is the real world version and this is the whole version.
Yeah.
But I did this whole thing for a level that you would play through, and I realized this is kind of the same as the conveyor belt level.
What do you mean?
Like they're similar. It's just kind of flipped on its head. Like the idea of the conveyor belt level is you're standing there and obstacles are flying at you, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
But in this level, you're falling. So they're like very similar. So I feel like I'd like them to be kind of paired together. Like maybe you do the conveyor belt level and then the whole level.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like the conveyor belt level could kind of prime you to be thinking. It's a much lower stakes environment to learn the like, oh, I need to world shift to avoid this obstacle. So if you do that and then you get thrown into the pit and you're falling down the pit and there's a wall coming at you, you'll think like, oh, I need to world shift to avoid it. Because what I'm worried about is if the player just jumps into a pit and hits the ground and dies, and then they're just like, okay, well, I guess I don't go down there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if they've been playing the conveyor belt level, they have that in the back of their minds of like, oh, I should try to shift around that. But yeah, I did the same thing. I did the same thing for this bomb level that I had in mind. Where it's like if you have a bomb, and if you world shift with it, like if you bring it with you into hole, it'll just explode immediately. Like the bomb can't survive the trip between the two worlds is kind of the idea.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing where I have 3 different scenarios that you would play through. And then I have a list of all the mechanics that we'll have to create in order for these levels to be possible. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun setting these up. I haven't actually built any of the levels, and that's one thing that's like maybe I should be doing that instead of doing this, but
That is a lot of work to jump into.
yeah, and a lot of these building a lot of these isn't going to be too hard. More so the bomb level isn't going to be too crazy. I think the whole hole might be a little bit harder. This is lagging really hard. I have like 54 errors on my Streamlabs right now.
Really?
I think my internet is like doo-doo.
Well, I think we got conveyor belt at I noticed it was exactly 9 when we got it to work correctly with rotation.
Yeah, we've had it like done for a while.
Yeah. So I think we're good.
I guess. No, my internet's fine. What the fuck? I don't know why it's chugging so bad. So yeah, this method ended up unnecessary. And this was the winner. I don't know if maybe there could be some reason to come back to this. I'll keep this in the back of my mind. But
I think there is a big version of it, I think, that you could do that maybe wouldn't translate as a conveyor belt, but maybe as a floating or floating platforms of some kind.
I want to try something with this conveyor belt, though. I just thought of that I think should work. If I have it like here, and then I doop, and then I oop. Will I go zzz, zzz? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bet you I'm going to fly to the right. I flipped it the wrong way.
Probably should have just done a T shape and hedged your bets.
Yeah. How did I was so sure that I fucked that up. God damn it.
I mean, it worked, though.
Yeah, that's true, actually. So let's do that. So if this working, it makes it actually better than my initial pitch. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
This is like a staple video game mechanic. So many games have fucking conveyor belt levels.
The Half-Life.
Even though
Isn't
everyone hates that
Half-Life,
level. But
Yeah, that's the only way I really even know about it.
Let's see how complicated I can make this.
This is the designer of the conveyor belt level in Half-Life.
Fuck, I understand why he did that now.
Ooh, what if it go all here and here?
Let's make this as complicated as humanly possible. Oh wait,
Did Half-Life have uphill conveyor belts?
I don't know. That's actually a good question.
I mean, logically, you would never use it like in a factory. You would use a conveyor belt that has little ridges in them that, like, like cups of stuff, so that otherwise it would just fall down. Unless you're making like big piles of slime.
Yeah, it would just be like a tumble pad.
Yeah, when I would work at the walnut farm, they had I literally I just realized that I worked at my whole job at the walnut farm was operating an upwards conveyor belt.
You should have used that knowledge here to help us get this done faster.
I think I did.
Oh, okay, good. Just without realizing it.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely stood there and watched it move up and down, or not even down, just up.
Oh, fuck. Why did I miss that one?
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to be too negative. But I was like, you missed it already.
Oh, fuck. I forgot my crouch doesn't actually make me smaller.
Oh, yeah, that's another...
Come on, man.
I knew somewhere along
the way...
wait,
wait, that actually makes sense. 'Cause, yeah, this
is it just too fast?
This should be here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There we go.
But the upwards...
yeah!
Nice. The upwards conveyor belt that I worked with only worked because there were so many walnuts at once.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's too much momentum.
Like, if you had put one walnut on that conveyor belt, it would just roll forever. And we would just
but the
throw
other
away,
walnuts like push it?
Yeah, it's the fact that you put in the whole thing is that it's just a conveyor belt, and then similar to what you have, it just goes up, and then it would drop down into a truck. That was the whole point. Was that like the tractor could drop it on the ground basically, and there was a conveyor belt on the ground that would just send them all up, and it would dump so many that my whole job was just keeping them in the thing. so that he could dump them really fast, and I could, and that he wouldn't have to like wait around, because he would just overflow it, and then the thing would just get all hot, and
Isn't
I
that
just had
isn't
to
that when you
like.
did your Naruto binge?
I want to say that is, yeah. I would just come home and watch Naruto. Oh yeah, and I would also watch it on the job, because the whole job was waiting next to a conveyor belt for a guy to dump a million walnuts for 5 minutes. Then you just sit there for 20 minutes and wait.
I am working towards something here, so I'm not gonna just. I'll end the
Yeah.
stream. I want to try something though.
The guy that I worked with was like 90 years old. He was just an absurdly old man for the job. And I
Was it
remember he
his
told,
walnuts?
no, it was, what's his name? Fucking Colin McCrary's stepdad. That was how I got the job.
Oh, okay.
But I remember one time he told me that his daughter did professional cowboy shooting, like competitions.
Damn, it's badass.
Yeah, and I remember asking him once if she could do the thing where you fan the gun, and he got all offended. He thought it was like a sexual thing that I was asking him.
Like, oh,
Like,
can she fan the hammer? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and he was like, I was like, what? He's like, don't, you ought not to be making jokes or whatever. I forget what he said.
That's weird.
No, it was just like, no, I'm interested. And then I told him I didn't tell him about Overwatch, but I said I play a game where a guy does that, and that's why it was in my head.
All right, let's see if I can do a loop. Oh,
Uh, oh yeah,
same problem. So I need to shrink it, shrink it. I just binged through like all of Kaiji, which is just like this gambling anime.
oh
It
nice.
was a great watch. So fucking stressful. It was like Uncut Gems level of stress throughout the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
It has very similar energy to Uncut Gems,
that's cool.
but it's like if Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems actually had some like merit as a human. I mean, I guess that's a little too harsh on him,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
still, like I feel like Adam Sandler is like through and through mostly a degenerate, but he just like gets lucky here and there.
yeah,
Yeah. Whereas
nice.
Kaiji is like actually he like bounces. Oh fuck! What happened? Kaiji like bounces back and forth between being a genius and a fucking idiot, and that's like the fun of the show. It's kind of like Joseph
That's good.
Joestar, you know,
Yeah,
where it's like, is he a fucking idiot or is he smart? I can't really tell. Whoa! I skipped. I did a skip.
yeah.
This is cool. This is a good
You know,
little gift for Twitter.
that was what Yu-Gi-Oh was originally gonna be.
A gambling thing.
Yeah, he wanted it to be about gambling and
Well, there's a lot of card games in Kaiji, so it's a very
yeah,
shared DNA. This definitely won't work.
and like the whole season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh, which I don't think the original guy was a part of at all, but like their whole like the whole thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is that it's the the creator wanted it to be about gaming, but gaming back then, and to him, because he was an older man, gaming was all sorts of gambling games. Like that was what gaming was. Like you don't just do card games, you like bet your life on a card game that has monsters. Like everything is like intensified.
So
But
yeah, I remember hearing that it was like the card game was just one of many games, and that like
yeah,
popped off. So then he just kept making more of that kind of.
yeah, because it I guess probably it had something to do with selling cards.
That wouldn't really be
I
surprising. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder how much Konami actually makes off of it though. Because I remember some card at one point I was like, I love the art on this, and I remembered that Pokemon cards always had the artist on the card at the very bottom. But I looked it up, and Yu-Gi-Oh has like a incredibly strict NDA. Couldn't think of what it was going to be.
Where you
What
couldn't.
NDA stood for.
Oh.
Yeah, if you did art for them, you just could not say that you did it.
What the
like,
fuck?
It was part of their like price that when they paid you, it was part of their.
Is that worth
thing.
it? Like what? How
I
does
don't
that
know.
even benefit them?
It benefits them for lore, I guess, because there's no real world people on the whole anywhere in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, there's not a single real person's name anywhere in the entire like.
Keep it as detached from reality as possible.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna do a Twitter vid.
Also, I haven't watched it, but I'm pretty sure the newest Yu-Gi-Oh series is like exactly my idea for the whole like
That's not good. I don't
simultaneous dimensions sort of that I don't know. I think it maybe isn't exactly the same, but it made me self-conscious just seeing like promotional stuff for it. So I was like, oh shit, this is like I always see stuff where it's like, this looks like in my dream if I paid $1 million to a bunch of people, how they could make it. But then it's like slightly different because it's not the same thing at all, but it looks great. That's the whole.
So the idea is just like you're just saying like it would be nice to get my idea out of my head and at that level of quality.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah. And to see anything even close is just like, it just devalues any originality I felt I had. But that's the trick, is that you have any originality. I didn't end up making a conveyor belt. I just looked at the Whistler.
That's okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You should see if you can include that in your
What, the
in
sound
the
effect?
conveyor belt. No, the conveyor belt you could, because you're only controlling position right now, and it's relative to the box.
Oh,
it's not
like
relative to the character.
Make it spin
So you
you?
could, you could make it spin you.
Like, you mean like this, or like
Yeah.
face you in the direction you're moving in?
That would probably be a better way to do it.
But if you just
But yeah,
make it
I
go
was-
boop, 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 boop,
yeah.
boop, boop, in a
Because you made a
top-down
ride.
game, then yeah. But
This is a ride though. Like it's a roller coaster track that
Woo.
you made.
I guess you're true. You're true.
Yeah. So if you were spinning, it would be a more fun
I just
roller
think
coaster.
from third person that looks good. From first person,
Oh, from first person, I think
that's
it
a
looks
fucking
good.
nightmare, dude.
You know what it is? I know it. Hold on.
I'm thinking of Pokemon
Yeah, exactly.
in the
you spin
Rocket,
along
Team
the-
Rocket thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then you go, I gotta get off this fucking
That's what I was gonna
conveyor
say.
belt.
Is it's like I feel like that works in Pokemon, but I
Yeah,
don't think that would work in first person.
I think I just liked how.
I mean,
as
how
soon as you
hard could that
jumped on-
be? How hard could that be to add?
No.
Genuinely, like what? I would
Okay,
just
it would
say
be-
pushing objects, transform rotation, and then I just say change it from position to rotation. And then
Dot Y.
and then I say new vector 3.
Rotation's not a vector 3.
X. Oh,
It's a quaternion.
can I just say dot Y and set it? No, I can't
I
do
think
that.
If you do transform
I gotta
dot
say new
Euler
quaternion.
Euler rotation. Quaternion won't let you turn that way. It like tilts you.
So I say
quaternion
rotation
tilt.
dot. What did you say? Dot Euler. Yeah.
Yeah, Euler or Euler angles. dot y.
God, Euler. God. Euler. Yeah, you can't modify the output of it though. You have to set it. You have to just set it directly, which is kind of weird.
Well, you could. I think you can do quaternion or Euler to quaternion, maybe, or something like that. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Make it easier. Quaternion to Euler. I'm pretty sure it's like a built-in.
Oh yeah, because I got to give a W for the quaternion, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you say. Wait, so that didn't work for you before, though? You couldn't set it?
Yeah, because I can't say dot Euler here because you can't I can't say like rotation dot x here. I have to do it in one of these for whatever reason. Like if I say dot y, it says like you can't modify the return value because it's not a variable. So I'm using it here, but I'm not modifying it. I have to modify the vector as a whole, or the quaternion as a whole. What if I just make my W 0? Is that stupid?
That won't do anything.
It'll do nothing.
Quaternion is
I know,
tilt.
quaternions are scary, man. I don't like quaternions.
It's tilt, basically. You have to think of it like how would you tilt yourself in a circle? You would tilt forward and then tilt right and tilt left and tilt right and tilt left, like around some angle. It's harder. But quaternion.
I mean, I already have this working on my coin script, I think, right? I just have
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that
right.
spins. I mean,
Yeah. How'd you do that?
Oh wait, no, it's not on spin. It's on floater. Transform.rotate.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. Transform.rotate. I'll just copy all that.
Well, that'll do it to the conveyor belt, though. Right now, anyway.
I think if do I want to make it in a world space? Does that matter? I guess yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. So this should be pushing objects.
Yeah.
I feel like 10 is going to be way too much. We'll see.
Well, it's times delta time, right?
That is true. Oh, that's barely anything.
Yeah.
Crank it, dude.
Oh, that reminds me of the my favorite mechanic, I think, or favorite little movement controller thing from Dying Light is when you're on a gate or like a wall and you're on top of the walls and like, or you're on a ledge. Yeah.
That's
There you
perfect. Sorry, I didn't mean... Yeah, this is an awful idea.
But maybe a more controlled approach to turn you towards the next.
This is great, though. Somebody stop me, please. What is the sound effect that it makes on that? I just keep imagining the like battle theme.
This effect would be really good on a garbage chute. If you jump into a garbage chute and then the bottom is a conveyor belt that you don't realize and it just spins you as you're falling.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Pokemon.
But the thing in Dying Light the thing in Dying Light where you're doing like they replicate if you were like walking on a fence or something, and you have both your hands out and you're like balancing left and right. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I love that. It's awesome. It's like such a nice little animated touch that like that was the thing. Like I realized I want to be able to have really fluid like animated first person stuff like that. But I don't have examples really. And that's like a perfect example. Yep. This is it. Jesse James.
All right. I think that's been long enough. Yeah, I'm sure anyone watching this is thoroughly sick, vomiting, the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna make myself spin faster. I'll lean into it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, well let's remove that line. I guess I'll just leave it as a bool.
Yeah.
Serialized field, float, spin. No, it's a bool. I'm an idiot. Bool spin. Oh, while I'm here, tooltip. See underneath the serialized field, go tooltip and then bracket and say, whether or not your object spins while on the conveyor belt.
Could I include one more
Well, I
one
also
tweak?
have to add the hold on, I have to add the float for
Well,
how
this
much you
is this
spin.
this predates the float.
Okay.
I keep making the float actually, but my idea would just be use the float instead of the bool again. Set it to 0 if you want it to be no spin.
Oh. Okay.
But that, I mean, that's also like you have to know that about it, I guess. But then you still have to add like the logic. That was why I was whatever.
Oh no, it should be. I literally just replace a number with this float.
Yeah.
This is actually easier than what I was doing. Oh fuck. Okay, that's fine. Spin amount. Oh, punt amount. And then I just replaced that 1,000 with that.
Yeah.
And I'm done. So now at 0, it should do nothing, and I should just ride the conveyor belt like normal.
Is then also you could line it up so that maybe you're going through a conveyor belt and you want the player to look over at one side. You can have it where one section of the conveyor belt has a slow turning speed.
So if I set this one to have like 100 spin, but it's only got like 5 speed, then you'll have like a nice. I haven't tried it with like a physics object yet either. I only did it with the player.
Oh yeah. You'll turn 100 degrees per second and make a full revolution in 3 seconds.
That's kind of nice.
Almost 4 seconds.
Kind of like that actually. Not for the player though. Cool. So yeah, now you could set each one to have a little spin amount to it as well, for whatever reason if you need that.
You could have something that isn't a conveyor belt,
Oh, but
but
see
acts
now when
as
I
a
mouse
conveyor belt.
over,
Oh, nice.
amount of spin added to the objects in the conveyor belt.
Sweet.
Very easy. Sorry.
If you made this some twisty slime thing that you can stand on, you know.
Oh, like it's a goopy equivalent?
Yeah, yeah, if there was like it is a conveyor belt by function, but like within Whole there's a I guess that would make it where Whole has different conveyor belts in real life. But
I don't think that's. So you're saying like in Whole the conveyor belts will spin you, but in the real world they won't? Something like that?
I guess, yeah. I was mostly just thinking of like you just put a like slime texture on it and it's like some magical, you know,
Yeah, that's fine.
some non-Euclidean surface.
I just
My original
really,
thing
I
was
just
like,
feel like this is way too like nausea-inducing in first
yeah,
person to get spun like that against your will. That's a great way to give someone motion sickness. I just realized these are all instances, so I would I could
oh,
give just this one spin, and then the rest
yeah.
of them don't have it. Maybe if it's like contained like that, it's probably still weird. Whoa. Oh, that I put 10. What am I thinking? 100. Why did I just go so fast? It's just so sloppy. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It's a nice effect. It's like one extra line of code.
It's nice to have that in the back pocket for sure. So yeah, I guess that's the stream. I mean, I feel like we kind of killed it. Like I feel like we went a little
Yeah.
bit beyond with this. So obviously next we need the actual asset of a conveyor belt, which I mean we'll knock that out at some point. How far did you
Yeah,
get
I
with your model?
nowhere,
Oh,
nowhere.
okay.
I just kept moving things around and talking about Dying Light. But I was thinking of just doing that like tonight before bed.
Okay, yeah,
Trying to do a
if
little
you're
bit of
down to
it.
model that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a food jam pretty soon. We're gonna have to just
Right.
make a bunch of food because right now we only have like 3 food items made, which is kind of surprising. I thought we had more food than this.
Maybe have you ever considered taking a picture of food and
Have
then
like
copying it?
having it literally be like a 2D object.
No, no, like taking a picture of food and then modeling it on
Oh,
like
like
from
using that
different
as the
angles.
texture.
Yeah, you
I
could use
kind
it
of
as
like
a
them being
texture.
stylized.
Well, even I just mean like the mesh and stuff, like taking a picture of your meal and then modeling it, you
Maybe
know.
one of the foods I want to do. I really want to have curry in here,
Yeah, that would be good.
just like the like stereotypical curry of like the half curry, half rice
Yeah,
plate. You know.
that would be very
I
good.
want to have a wide variety of foods. I don't want to go with just like the basics. I want to have like weird foods. But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get to that.
we have a pizza box, but no
I'm sure. Yeah, we could do a slice
the
of pizza.
pizza.
Like I'm not opposed to doing normal shit, like a slice of pizza or like a burger. I just also
Yeah.
want to have like, like more outside of the box stuff. Maybe like a sushi
Oh,
roll or
the
like
bell pepper.
a
Bell
bell
pepper's a
pepper.
great shape.
Yeah, just like outside of the box things like that. Eggplant.
Yeah, video games are always the thing that teach me about a new fruit first. Not a new fruit, but a fruit I never heard
We
of.
could just Google like what is the most obscure fruit of all time.
Most rare fruit.
The miracle berry, the
Yeah. Oh
hala
no, but
fruit.
number one is jackfruit.
What is a jackfruit? Well, we're like Googling at the same exact time.
Yeah.
We're Googling and
Ugh.
saying, whoa, it's like a fruit with a bunch of other fruits in it. Look how it's like a bunch of little ones in there.
It's like a durian and a pineapple.
Are jackfruit seeds poisonous? What is jackfruit and is it healthy?
Oh, long avocado. Long neck avocado. Everyone be like, they fucked up the avocado model so much.
And then they
No, we
Google it
didn't.
and they feel like a fucking idiot.
They Google it and then they don't find anything, so they go, "Oh, I need to check the project files," and then they check the project files and they see longneckovocado.fbx. They did it on purpose.
They go on a trek to like fucking Machu Picchu and they find the long neck avocado. It all comes
Oh.
back to them.
This list is a little better, I think. It says the number one rarest fruit is called aki.
I should just say food, not fruit, I guess.
In African countries, people like to eat aki with vegetable dishes. This fruit can also eat in raw form. Aki is
It
completely
can
free from,
eat.
but its seeds contain poisonous hypoflycin. This is why the U.S. Food and Drug Administration banned the importation. So it's like ricin. Whoa, rambutan.
Why don't any of these fucking articles have pictures of the food? Come on, guy.
Icelis. This is crazy. This is like one from each continent. Each continent's rarest fruit.
Here we go. This one has pictures. Bird's nest soup. That's one. Those look like the things that attack Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles. You know when he gets like those blobs all over him and he fucking
Which
like
one?
pinned to the
Oh,
ground?
these ones? Yeah.
Oh my god, they're all links to Instagram.
Yeah.
Whatever, it still works. White truffles,
Oh, yeah.
black truffles,
I mean, yeah, these are just rich people foods.
caviar, saffron,
Saffron is not that rare. It's just
raw puffin heart. This guy
Oh.
just is ripping the heart out of. Oh, it's Gordon Ramsay. You're just ripping the heart out of a puffin and you eat it. Kazu
beef.
Marzu.
Oh, it's a cheese.
Is Kazu Marzu cheese? This rare cheese is infested with live maggots.
Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah.
It's maggot cheese.
Yeah.
You eat the maggots?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
Maybe not.
That's
Maybe
why
you
it's
don't eat the
rare.
maggots. Oh, is this the square watermelon, the one below? Oh no, it's just a regular.
Denske watermelon. The Denske is black. It costs $200.
It's not black. It's still green.
Would you eat a black watermelon? It's known for very low harvesting yields.
Yeah, that's the same thing with saffron, where it's like a huge plant and you cut off the very tip.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
these lists all suck ass. This has potential to be a fun list to read, but it just like none of these have good pictures of the food.
It
That's
would
what I
be-
want.
This is a great, I think.
Here we go.
It's just a black shiny orb, but then you pick it up and it says Jambutikava.
You're like, this is food? What is that thing? And then he just eats it.
Yeah.
Jambutaka eaten. I'm just
The
gonna make.
whitish pulp of Jabuticaba is very fragrant and sweet. The fruit is used in jams and wines. It can also heal diarrhea.
What the fuck? Whoa.
And
Actually,
heal it.
have you? When's the last time you added the props we sent in the props channel to the list? Like, is the pins list clear?
Yeah.
So
I
can I
think
just
we-
start sending food in there?
Yeah, I think so. And I can pick them up.
Okay. My mouse cursor is gone. God damn it.
Weird.
What happened?
Oh yeah, I want to try mangosteen.
There we go. There it is. So I'm gonna send Jumbo Takaba. I'm gonna drop that in there. Ambergris, Whales and Kings. Ambergris
yeah.
a whale.
They had
It's
there was a
food?
Bob's Burgers episode on it.
Oh, okay. It's flammable.
Yeah, it's like an oily wax that comes out of, or that whales throw up, and then it washes up on the shore, and people make.
It was King Charles II's favorite dish.
Yeah.
whale puke? There it is
I bet
again.
it wasn't. I bet it was called something else, or that something else was called ambergris at the time. Because like, what are the odds that whales are just puking it up and that's your favorite meal? Like, you have to find it on the shore.
Dogs are known to be highly attracted to the smell,
Oh yeah,
so maybe that's how they found it.
that was the
Amobito no Moshio. It's just salt.
Japanese salt. Oh, but it's probably produced by some god awfully long process.
Yeah, here. They produce it by spreading seaweed on the beach to dry between storms, rinsing the plants in an isolated saltwater pool, then boiling the brine with bits of remaining seaweed in a clay pot over a wood fire to evaporate the water, crystallize the salt, reducing the seaweedy pieces to ash. This salt ash mixture, Moshio, became the staple salt of the region. So it's salt mixed with ash.
They they use the seaweed to soak up more salt from the ocean and then they boil it. That's
Hop
pretty cool.
asparagus. The I like it on the like velvet pillow. This looks like a tumor. This is funny.
Yeah, the
I want to
truffles are
recreate that
really.
one.
I know they use pigs to find truffles. Because pigs have the best noses.
The king of caviar. This is fish egg, right?
Well, I mean, that's amazing, honestly, that it can look that way.
Yeah, that looks so weird. They look like Orbeez.
Oh, we
Bird's
finally
nest
see
soup.
bird's nest soup.
What is it?
Saliva?
What the fuck? Edible bird's nests are bird's nests created by edible nest swiftlets using solidified saliva, which are harvested for human consumption. So some birds make their nests out of their own spit,
And it's
and then you
really
eat
good.
the nest. The Chinese believe that it promotes good health for the skin. The nests have been used in Chinese cooking for 400 years.
Caviar of the East.
Really?
That's what it says.
When dissolved in water, the bird's nests have a gelatinous texture used for soup and sweet soup. I just want to know what it tastes like, but nobody really went into. I guess sweet, kind of.
Utilized in soup,
Poulet cheese.
savory or sweet. So it's
Oh,
like a
depending.
base.
Okay, it's like tofu.
But you put it in water and then it turns back into the bird spit, and that because it's soup.
Just
So
bird
that's what it
spit.
is. It's like the birds. Oh, did you hear that?
Kind of. What was it?
Oh, just someone yelling again. It was very loud. But yeah, these pictures are disgusting. It looks like a bowl of bird spit, and it is.
Yeah.
They take the spit and then dry it, and then put water back in. And now it's soup. Oh, look at this picture. This is how they make it.
What the fuck? Is that gigantic? Or is that
I
tiny?
I think it's big. I think that
Is that like a softball?
I want to say that's a softball, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's foul.
That looks pretty small though.
That's just spit. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's the bird down in the bottom right in like a
Damn.
hole. Ugh, that looks like an art breeder picture. Yeah, this is their jail. Spit in here.
That's where they grow the spit.
Yeah, they just have all these birds. Oh, this is horrifying.
You break into that thinking it's like an abandoned. Oh, whoa. Imagine like exploring that. Like it's like, oh, I wonder what's in this abandoned building. It's just like a horror game. What the fuck
You
is
immediately
that?
call the cops.
That's a nest. That's they've been overtaken.
That's so funny to imagine like one of these factories just like in America, people are constantly walking in and just what the fuck? There's always shootouts and stuff.
It's like right next to a Burger King, and people
Yeah.
keep going in the wrong building.
Kids go in and think it's Stranger Things. This
There it is
looks like
again.
this is the what's his name?
Is that place
Boy.
called Ragnarok?
No. Oh yeah. Ko Rang Nok.
Oh, I think a durian would be a good one. That'd be funny. That's a good bizarre food. Miracle fruit. Is that the one that like changes your taste buds?
I don't know.
It says it brings back the appetite of people suffering from cancer. But yeah, I remember there's like these or I don't know about pills, but like capsules, I guess. Whatever, like little things you let dissolve on your tongue and it like fucks up your taste buds. So like sour shit tastes sweet. And I think they're called like miracle fruit pods or something. Bee pollen. Camu camu. So good the
Yeah,
game
look
is
at
fast. Yeah, that's exact. It looks exactly like the upside down.
It's exactly the same. He's got his eggs.
You need to
Ugh.
find the difference between these two pictures. I'm seeing a lot of duplicates. I guess that makes sense. Moose cheese.
Oh, I never thought about that. Moose milk. We gotta
Moose
get off. I'm actually getting hungry.
moose cheese can cost up to $1,000 per kilogram. I'm just gonna finish this list. Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay, that whatever.
Number one.
We got off track.
Moose cheese. This cheese can cost you over $1,000 per kilogram. Number one.
In Canadian folklore, it is said that you will ingest the strength of the moose.
Right, yeah, that is a better. He doesn't just move. He always says some bullshit that I just can't think of.
Okay, that's our stream. We made a fucking conveyor belt. Look at that. So if Connor finishes his model on that, so yeah, you'll make like start. I guess just make one start, and we could just copy and paste
Yeah,
it,
yeah, that's kind of the trouble. I
and then
don't.
you have a mid, and you have like a spinning texture on the mid, so it looks like it's moving.
Yeah.
And then maybe we could even tie the speed of the animation to the speed of the. I'm ending this. Goodbye.
Good night.